Hello and welcome back to more Pauper Brews. Today we're jumping into a league with Mono Green Asp Stompy Asp? I don't know, something like that. The card in mention here is Nessian Asp, which I have never really seen played in Pauper, but this card hits all the checkboxes of a powerful card. It's got 5 toughness, which means it's really hard to kill. Like Galvanic Blast does 4. That's the only thing I can think of that does 4. But there are very few cards in the format that actually kill this easily. It has reach, so it can block a lot of flyers. And then we're playing Tron, so we have a bunch of mana. So turning it into a 5/9 reach creature is like not out of the question. That's only 7 mana. So really excited about this card. Fan favorite Aurochs Herd back in the deck. So we get to play an Aurochs, tune up a bunch of Aurochs. And this is going to be powered up by the Tron lands. So we know we're going to have, you know, maybe even double Aurochs in one turn, which would be pretty fulfilling. I love that card. Bitterbow Sharpshooters, it's a 5 mana 4/4 Vigilance Reach. Just a giant body, and there's a lot of flyers floating around, so this card beats those, but it also has Vigilance, so it's just good against a lot of the aggro decks. Speaking of good against aggro decks, we have 4 Fangreen Marauder. This is kind of like a namestay of mono green Tron decks. Whenever an artifact is put in the graveyard, you gain 5 life. And that's a lot of life. We got 4 expedition maps, 4 chromatic stars, 4 chromatic spheres, all of which trigger Fangreen Marauder. Not to mention the next card I'm going to talk about, which is Self-Assembler. So this card is 5 mana for a 4/4, and you can tutor up another assembly worker when you cast it. So you can basically, when you get 1, you can end up casting all of them. And you'll notice a lot of the cards in this deck cost 5 mana, and that's because the goal of this particular Tron deck is to get up to 10 mana and start double spelling, or 11 or 12 eventually, but ideally we want to go turn 4 or turn 5, cast 2 5 mana plays, and then the following turn as well. And then we just have a board of giant fatties and our opponent can't do much. So to facilitate that, we have 4 Expedition Map, 4 Ancient Stirrings to make sure we hit Tron turn 3. And then we have 4 Explore, which I don't think I've seen played in Tron before. I haven't looked very hard. Probably someone has tried it, but this card seems really nice. Not for hitting Tron turn 3, but for hitting 10 mana on turn 4, which is exactly what this deck wants to do. So you can get really busted starts like turn 1 Star Tron Land, turn 2 Tron Land Explore into the 3rd Tron Land. So you technically can turn 2 Tron with this deck. It doesn't happen that much, but it is possible. And then, yeah, you just turbo them out. We have 1 Haunted Fengraf to tutor up with Expedition Maps. But Self-Assembler and Aurochs Herd just provide so much value that it doesn't really matter too much if we're low on cards, because just drawing one of these can put 16 plus power onto the board for 1 card, which is just great. Like, I love it. And that means we can mulligan more aggressively to hit Tron, you know? Like a 4-land hand of like Tower, Power Plant, Expedition Map, and Self-Assembler is actually really good and can win a lot of games. So we can be pretty aggressive so that we know we're hitting Tron pretty quickly. Onto the sideboard. This is kind of a crazy sideboard. Trying out some card I think is pretty sweet against Boros Bully. So Boros Bully decks lately are running like 4 main deck Prismatic Strands. So Electrickery is like, it's an okay way to combat them, but it's pretty likely that they can just hold up a way to prevent all the damage. So we're just running 1, and we can get that mana off Stars, Spheres, and Prisms, but we're running 3 Watcher in the Webs, which is a 2/5 reach, and it can block 8 creatures. So like, they swing out. If they have mana out for Rally the Peasants, we can just trade this for like 2 of their tokens, and then we take no damage. So it's like a 5 mana Fog, kill 2 creatures at the worst. At the best, they just can't attack because it, you know, we block like 4 of their 1/1s, 2 of them die. That's just lights out. So we're trying 3 of those. Circle of Protection Red is for Atog. Affinity's seen like a big uptick in popularity, so this stops Fling and Atog from doing damage. And then we can just block the rest of their 4/4s with our 4/5s and 5/5s. So that's not really too much of a problem. Mentioned Electricity, 1 Tranquility just for Bogles. Haven't seen too much of it lately, but this artwork is too good to not put in your deck. And then against Tron, I'm actually not sure how to combat like Flicker Tron. I'm trying 4 Relic, 4 Mold Shambler. So the switch against Flicker Tron is going to be, oh, I guess I cut one of those. 6, 7, 8, something like cut that 8 cards and bring in these 8 cards, because the reach doesn't matter too much. Like, sure, we can block Mold Drifter, but I don't think Mold Drifter beats are too much of a concern when we can just kill them. So that's what we're gonna try against Flicker Tron. We'll see how that goes. I highly expect to play against that deck. And then against Delver, like, we bring in Watcher in the Web and we just have all these reach creatures. Seems good to me. So that's the deck. We're gonna jump right into a league and see you guys there. All right, we're playing against Ezokrado 1989 on the draw. This hand's good. It's got 2 Tron lands, so, and some prisms, like basically an Ancient Stirrings. Ooh, we get to test out how good the reach creatures are in this matchup. Probably they're just gonna get countered, but how did they scry? 2 on top. All right, Force gives us some insurance. Let's go with Mind Pass. Probably they're gonna ninja us because that's how the world works. Especially with double top, like you don't double top there without a ninja in hand. Oh, okay. Maybe they double top with a counter spell in hand. Ugh, what do I want to do here? I think I just pass turn because Spell Stutter Sprite and Counterspell make doing anything here pretty bad. Sure. Next turn, if they tap out, I can Expedition Map, crack it. Oh, it's Red Delver, okay. Don't mind that. So them tapping for Preordain there makes me think that they have Spell Stutter Sprite, which still counters everything, but it won't be good later on. So I can like bait them with a Prophetic Prism. And I want to play Forest because I need green? No, I want to play the Tower. Well, I guess we could just start with Prophetic Prism. This is going to get countered by a Spell Stutter Sprite, but then we can play a map, and the map is pretty important. So next turn, let's say I play Forest Map. I'll have 5, but no colored mana. Okay, let's still do this. I think this green is going to be important. Hopefully they don't ninja us. Okay, I'm at 16, but that's not 0. So we're going to map or Power Plant. We'll play the Power Plant. So I can cast Prophetic Prism this turn, but can I double spell next turn? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I can double spell next turn, so let's just wait. Because them countering this is still pretty bad. Like, we need this green. And now I cast Prophetic Prism, and they like, do I counter it? Chromatic Sphere, that's good too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. So, I can do a lot here. I think Prism helps me double spell the best. So let's run that out. Spell Stutter, sure. Now I don't need it, but I'm gonna cast Chromatic Sphere because maybe they counter that. And then I can try and resolve the Bitterbow Sharpshooters, which is the worst out of all of them. Okay, now I go with the Tower. For 5 mana, we'll play Sharpshooters. That's getting countered almost certainly. Yeah, go. Next turn we get to hopefully resolve a Nessian Asp with Monstrous up, maybe? They have 1 card in hand? Nope, never mind. Alright, Fangren Marauder would be a great draw. Just that life gain helps us tempo them out so nicely. Urza's Mine is also good, because it lets me double spell here. And green. Come on, man. Well, actually, that's good if this gets countered. So let's play Aurochs Herd. They might just let that resolve, which would be bad for me. Yeah, I don't like that. Get more Aurochs Herds. I can't run out Nessian Asp because they're going to counter it. So let's just play more Aurochs, I guess. I mean, I'm racing like kind of favorably. Go. They're hitting me for 3 a turn? That's not so bad. And they're flooding kind of hard. Yeah, I just gotta like bait them with this Aurochs Herd and then try and resolve a Nessian Asp. Let's attack for 10. Okay, they chump block. That's like a lot of damage. They might just die to these Aurochs, like honestly. Play another. So that gets countered. They have 1 card in hand. Now I think I'm gonna go for the Nessian Asp. Yeah. And then resolve Chromatic Sphere. I guess I crack it because... Oh man, okay. Well, they're Hellbent and they can't attack, so this looks really good unless they top deck Scred. And this is the one turn to do it because Nessian Asp is going to have 9 toughness, like next turn, so then they just can't do anything. Doesn't look like they top decked it. Beautiful. Let's attack with our Aurochs. Yeah! Nessian Asp MVP. Bring in Watcher in the Web. Electrickery. What do I cut? Self-Assembler is gas. Like, maybe I just cut the Aurochs herds. They're really good, but everything else is way better. This life gain is so good against Delver in general, but this amount of card draw is so good against Delver. I don't know what to do here. All these spiders seem really solid. I like Self-Assembler. I think I'm gonna cut these. The life gain off Fangren Marauder can just really help. I don't need the life gain though. I don't need the life gain. I have how many reach creatures here? Like 10 million? We're gonna do it like this. I don't know. We'll do it like this. Yeah, this hand's gas. We're definitely keeping. Definitely keeping this. So we want to get down all of our 1 mana spells before they can Spell Stutter Sprite stuff. Although they probably are sideboarding those out because Spell Stutter Sprite's just not good against us at all. Force Spike gets us here, but I'm not going to play around Force Spike until I see it. Because like turn 1 map crack is like, no, okay. It gave me a minor heart attack. Ooh, okay. Well, we're gonna Nessian Asp real quick if they don't do something. Augur Bolas, sure. Okay, so Scred can kill this if we're not careful. So maybe we like wait or something. Although it's gonna be a long time. It's gonna be a long time. Let's... Urza's mine. Pass. So we have Tron, now they need to hold up mana. And if they have 2 mana... Oh, they only have Spell Stutter Sprite up. Interesting. Oh, okay. Well, we get to resolve our Nessian Asp. And Scred can't kill it. That's not so bad. We need Tower. I have to like be very careful now every time I do that. So like they draw cards, but I don't even care. It's Chromatic Sphere for green. 1, 2. So I have 6 mana, so I can actually cast a Chromatic Star here as well. Sweet. And again, they have Scred, but this has 5 toughness, so I just have to take 1 hit off the ninja and then it's fine. And like, they have a lot of card advantage, but I don't really care about it. I could also trade my Asp for the ninja plus Scred. Okay. Sharpshooters is also good. They missed a land drop, so it's going to be a long time before they can kill this. Let's try and bait out a Spell Stutter Sprite with Ancient Stirrings. Because I could just go land Sharpshooters if they counter this. And like, that is lights out. I don't know how they beat both. Sure. Forest. Sharpshooters. No attacks. So they can Scred the Sharpshooters, but that's still pretty bad. Sure. Got a lot of reach, dudes. Let's see how they scry. Watcher in the Web might just make them scoop, so they put 1 on top. Let's Ancient Stirrings. I guess I attack with Sharpshooters because that's Vigilance. If they kill it, then I can play a Haunted Fengraph and get it back. Ancient Stirrings. Self-Assembler was kind of what we wanted, I believe. Yeah, that seems good. Yeah, and they're still far away from killing the Asp. So let's just play another Mine. Yeah! Oh, Big Snake Tron takes it down. This deck looks sweet. See you guys next round. Alright, we keep winning die rolls. Let's play against Crooked Sidewalks. We have Mine, Power Plant. I'm gonna keep this. 2 Tron pieces is great. We have a decent number of lands, so we can hit a Self-Assembler in time. Oh no, opponent's got a laggy computer. Well, regardless, good luck, have fun, and those watching the video will be edited out. And opponent's a big fan. They're like, you're playing Tron? What? Also, they told me that their computer lags. Oh god, they're playing Burn. Well, this isn't the best hand against Burn. Okay, this is Mine. Do I sacrifice this? I think so, because I need to hit a Tron land. I can draw like an expedition map or something. Yeah, I think I sacrificed this. I can also draw Ancient Stirrings, or I could draw another Fangren Marauder. That is something we could draw. Alright, Racing Burn it is. So next turn we're going to play Forest instead of Power Plant because we want to be able to play this like the turn we hit Tron. Thermo Alchemist. Yeah, this is not pretty. Not how we drew it up. Alright, let's draw Explore. Sure. Versus Tower would be amazing right now. No! Another self-assembler. Alright. That was, I think, literally the worst possible card we could have drawn because, like, self-assembler can tutor up other self-assemblers. So that's pretty rough. And with an active Thermo Alchemist, it's pretty hard for our opponent to not kill us here. Fortunately, Circle of Protection Red is like pretty good insurance against them. You know, it'd be even rough. Like, if we don't draw a Tron land next turn, like, can we at least draw any land? So I can start deploying some of my threats. I think I'm dead, but... Right, Lightning Bolt does 4, Fire Blast does 5, I'm down to 2. I need, like, something pretty ridiculous. Let's say my opponent has all lands, I draw a Tron land. No. No! Why me? Alright. It's cool, it's cool. These things happen to the best of us. I think I'm just dead, right? I'm down to 5, 4, 3. Any burn spell in their hand just kills me. Alright. Moving on. So we bring in Circle Protections. We cut the... Honestly, I feel like the Sharpshooters is kind of better than the Asp because it can block and attack. I'm gonna cut one of each. Don't really need Relics or Mold Shamblers, things like that, so let's run it like this. Alright, let's do better. Let's go first. We have double Power Plant Expedition map, no Fangren Marauder. This is so awkward, but we do have an Explore. We don't have any COP red either, so we can go turn 1 Expedition map, turn 2 Power Plant Expedition map. This is like on the margins of keepable, but I think we can. I think I have to mulligan. We need some kind of life gain. We will be mulliganing this hand as well. This hand's pretty bad. Alright, Tower. Alright, we'll keep this. I still think that was a fine mulligan. I don't need Nessian Asp or double Forest. So we're gonna do that. And then just go turn 1 Tower into Sphere. And kind of hope. Hope for the best. What's the best thing we can draw? Probably Explore into a Tron land, but we wouldn't know that we're drawing a Tron land, so it's a little awkward. Okay, that's pretty nice. Let's crack this for green. Oh, Prism is even better. So let's Stirrings. Tower, Power Plant, Mine, let's do it. So let's play the mine we just drew. So unfortunately, I cannot play Aurochs Herd and Prophetic Prism next turn. Yep, Thermal Alchemist is rough. Forest is not ideal. So let's draw like a self-assembler. Oh wait, I have to play this land. Yeah, let's do that. COP red. That's why we did it, right? So we can eat some burn spells. They can like tax our mana a little bit, but this is pretty nice because now they like tap Thermal Alchemist and then, yeah. That was a nice draw. It's going to be very hard for them to win this game now. Although this card, I mean, it will add up over time. Alright, so we're going to take the 1, right? Because you have to have the red source on the stack. Yeah, we'll take this 1 damage. Because we only have we have 3 mana, but it's only like a 1-shot activation because they can like pass to second main. Oh, that's pretty clever. Okay, so we're gonna take some ping damage, but ooh, Self-Assembler was a nice draw. Self-Assembler lets me hold up 2 mana, which is pretty sick. So let's just do that. Get a 4/4 in play. We need to kill them quickly. Like, sitting around is not ideal against burn. Okay, sure. And they could even Thermo Alchemist on my turn. That makes sense. So we can tap this mine to just prevent both damage. Yeah, that makes sense. So yeah, we're gonna do that, and then we still have 2 activations up. We can play another self-assembler. Choose a source. So we're gonna prevent this damage. And we're gonna prevent this damage. Tower was an amazing draw as well. Yeah, let's play the tower. And I think at this point I might as well just play an Aurochs Herd. Because it has trample, which is kind of good. Get some Aurochs. And then hit for 4. We really need to clock them quickly. But at least we know there's like very little ways for them to kill Circle of Protection Red. So end step, we're going to take the damage off Thermal Alchemist. We're going to save this basically for burn spells. And when we can like triple activate in 1 turn. Rift Bolt, sure. Double Rift Bolt. Okay, so their upkeep, we're going to want quite a bit of mana. So on our upkeep, I can COP red off an Urza's Tower to prevent 3. Let's see, I go... No, let's do this. Urza's mine. Pay 1. And I'm going to target Thermal Alchemist because they both do 1, but they could like have Fire Blast or something. Target this. So we take 1. That's okay. Self-assembler, not an ideal draw, but it is what we drew. So let's play this. Then we can use Urza's Tower. We can float the mana in their upkeep to stop damage from both Rift Bolts. Grab Self-assembler. Let's attack for some damage. Play a Forest. Pass turn. So I had a couple different decisions here. I could have like taken the damage and tried to set up lethal next turn. That probably would have just been better. Yeah, I think, well, I don't know. It's hard to say because I need to tower down these Rift Bolts and Thermal Alchemist. It's hard to say. All right, so this all happens in upkeep. So we can float Urza's Tower mana and they can't like pass through anything. Okay, so that triggers... I am okay taking this 1 damage because it's going to untap a bunch. Sure. So we tap the tower, Circle of Protection, targeting Rift Bolt. I kind of want to just protect against Thermal Alchemist as well. So let's just do that. No, because they could Lightning Bolt. But they could just Lightning Bolt at instant speed. So this does no damage. This gets cast. So that gets untapped. I'm actually going to protect against that one right now. And then that's on the stack, so we're going to protect against that as well. Alright, this card is very confusing. So we have 2 forests up to protect against other damaged things. They're at 8, so they're going to have to like block one of my creatures here. And then I can just pass with all of my mana up. And I don't really know how they get through that. But I guess we'll see. Alright, so they're activating Thermal Alchemist. We prevent that damage. Chain Lightning me. Ooh, no. That seems like a bad idea. Let's pay 1. Prevent you. I think they're gonna have a really hard time killing me here. Just because they're limited on mana. If they had enough to like double Fire Blast me, then maybe they could get me, but they're just gonna have a very hard time getting there, just casting enough spells to do damage. Lava Spike. I think we're kind of forced into just preventing all of this. But the worst case scenario is we go down to 12. They cast Lightning Bolt, which does 4 and Fire Blast. No, we're still alive here. And they need this untapped to block, otherwise they die. Okay, so we F6. They bolt my face. I have no mana left, so whatever damage they do is damage they do. Fire Blast puts me down to 3. But then they don't have any mana. Yeah, okay. Good. And that was a mulligan to 5, and we won just easily. Do I want Tranquility? Like, if that's their game plan, Tranquility does represent, like, a good amount of life gain. But it's so bad at being proactive. And, like, in a lot of matchups, it's not going to do very much. Whereas, like, just playing creatures is kind of good. Although, maybe we don't need, like, a Nessian Asp as much as we need Tranquility as a way to gain life. Or, like, prevent damage from hitting us. Yeah, because we have Self-Assembler and Aurochs Herd as a way to like get in. I've convinced myself this is correct. I don't know if it is, but we're running it. See, now this is a hand. Holy cow. All right, we got like Tron and then some. We don't have any Circle of Protection, which is a little bit rough, but we can try. I don't think I can mulligan a natural Tron hand. That just seems ridiculous. That's a lot of mana. That's so much mana. All right, let's go with the tower into Chromatic Sphere. Yeah, being on the draw here is probably going to mean we're going to have some troubles, but that's okay. I kind of want to save the Sphere because we kind of have to draw Fangren Marauder or COP Red. Either one of those are like our outs. Please don't have the creature. Okay, they don't have the creature. And it looks like they mulliganed. Show game log. They did mull the 6, okay. I will not pay. I'm at 13, but they're down to 3 cards in hand. That is so many Tron pieces. I need action here. I think I'm gonna crack Sphere and Stirrings. Because I need like a Prism or something. Like if I draw Prism here, that is a lot of Tron lands. Alright. Well, Self-Assembler means we have something going on. Let's go Power Plant, Expedition Map. I guess at this point, they mulligan, we just have to race. We're just going to play a lot of Urza's Towers and try and play like 2 Self-Assemblers in the same turn and kill them before they can kill us. Because they're down on cards and they don't have any repeatable sources of damage that I've seen so far. And I'm going to save this map for Fangren Marauder. Sure, that's pretty bad. Although I kind of am okay with them bringing in land destruction against us. Go. Because that card did less damage, but it did slow us down a lot. Show chat. Little do they know any land they would have killed would have gotten there. Because I had like 2 of everything. They're done. I'm down to 5? That's really scary. I need Fangren Marauder like this turn. Down to 2! Any card they draw. I have to keep this for Fangren. Power Plant, Tower, Mine. Self-Assembler. I think I'm just dead. There's so many cards they can top deck here. Yeah, I have to draw the Marauder next turn or Circle of Protection red. Stirrings can get us close. So I can no longer double Self-Assembler because they killed my tower. So this is 7, 8, 9. So let's just go ahead and go Forest Ancient Stirrings. And I have to draw like Prophetic Prism into COP red. That's my out. I'm okay with that. And I don't really care if I draw a Self-Assembler. There it is. Okay, if I get to survive a turn, then I win. But I have to survive a turn. Because this costs 6. Come on, deck. It's so unlikely that I survive here, but if I do, like if they draw like the enchantment that pings me for 1, I win. Please. Please, Magic Gods. Please. There's justice. Oh, the slow roll. I'm nervous. I'm so nervous. Oh, they passed turn. Okay. I think we did it. If I die and respond to this, I'm gonna cry. Don't do it. Huh. Don't kill me. Do I gain 5? Yes, I want to say yes. This is gonna be the slow roll of the century if I'm not dead. Oh my gosh, please, opponent. They mentioned that their computer lags. This would just be a really, really rough time for them to lag for like 2 minutes. Yes, we win! Oh, well, I guess we don't like 100% win, but we basically win. Because now I can go Urza's Tower, play the tower, Ancient Stirrings for like another Chromatic Sphere. Yeah. And that should seal the deal. Oh, there's COP red. That will also do it. Oh man, good games, opponent. Very good games. But this'll lock it up. Oh man, they drew it the next turn too. I guess I'm not gonna say GG's yet because they could draw land double Fire Blast. Whew. Okay, that was very, very lucky. Very lucky. All right, they're dead. Beautiful. All right, off to a good start. See you guys next round. All right, we are playing against Shivan MD. We are on the play. Seems great to me. This hand does not seem great to me. We're gonna mulligan this. Just no Tron lands. I don't I don't think I can justify keeping that or this. But again, this deck mulligans well. So going to 5, we could just have a 5-card hand that is like Tronland, Expedition map. Even a 3-card hand can have that. So let's mulligan again. Yeah, like look at this hand. This is why we mulligan so aggressively. This Wait, this is like really, really good. Oh, that's glorious. I wish I knew what my opponent was playing, because that would really help with my like, what am I putting back? But I feel like it's just gotta be Sphere Stirrings, because we have turn 2 Prism into turn 3 Fangren Marauder, and that seems real nice. So we're missing out on like a little bit of late game staying power, but we still have Tron like very quickly. Our opponent is not replying to us. Alright, it is the mirror. I'm playing the less expensive Tron lands. They're playing the ones with like some weird bugs. Still pretty cool. Let's go mine into Prism. Alright, what do we want to see? Self-Assembler? Ancient Stirrings was a great draw too. That can help us find a Self-Assembler. And we have double tower, so we can actually double Self-Assembler next turn. Ooh, and they're gonna have Tron, but it's gonna be slow. Tower at green. Cast you. Go. So natural draw Self-Assembler would be like kind of the most broken thing I can hope for. Our opponent has 3 mana. We gain 5 life. Always yes, always yield. I don't think that matters too much against Tron, because like Dinrova Horror and things like that, but another map. Do they also crack this map? Might as well. I'm up to 30. Where's this tower? Sure. Map. So map can grab us a forest if we need it. So let's start out with an Ancient Stirrings, because I really want to get a Self-Assembler. I like Prism more than Star, because now map doesn't have to get forest. Another Fangren. Sure. Let's go tower. Attack for 5. Add green. Cast you. I really want to hit one of my dudes though. Cast you. Go. So this is like a very quick clock if they can't kill our creatures. Cave of Temptation. So they get like 1 spell, but like Moldrifter doesn't do it. I guess they could play the guy that stops combat steps. Yep, okay. So this is definitely Flickertron. That's fine. We need to draw Self-Assembler. That's good too. Yeah, let's just... I think I can play both of them. That's awesome. Cast you. Get another. We might get flickered out of the game here, but they have to fog like every single turn now. So maybe not. So we miss our combat. But like they're very limited on colored mana. They didn't even have like a Prophetic Prism. So like, okay, that's bad, because now they have 2 colored spells a turn. That looks like a Moldrifter. Okay. We might get to attack. Maybe. Another Expedition map. Okay, let's move to combat. They can fog, but I don't want them knowing what we're doing, and I would like to know what's in their hand before we do anything. So this is lethal. This is 20 damage. They technically could double chump. Okay, Moment's Peace. Yep. Game 1, we have a pretty rough matchup. Let's go ahead and just crack the map for another mine, I suppose. Just to make sure they don't like Dinrova Horror us off of our mana. I gain a ridiculous amount of life. Yeah, this plays around Dinrova Horror a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, yeah. And then next turn, I can do the same thing for a tower. The last Aurochs. Play the last Aurochs. Just hope for the best. Okay. So they get to flashback Moment's Peace, and then they have to find a Ghostly Flicker. Mnemonic Wall. Well, if they find a Ghostly Flicker, we just lose. But we're at like a ridiculous amount of life, so it's going to take them a very long time to kill us. Oh, that's quite nice also. They can not condescend it either. So let's move to combat. We're going to force them to fog. Okay. A lot of Aurochs. Okay. Well, we got a blocker, and that's nice. Sharpshooters. Let's play Expedition map. I don't really want to crack the map just yet. I don't need more mana. And I would like to have instant speed way to get cards in my hand in case they do like start Dinrova horroring. Yeah, opponent's got to play fast now. Nothing I do matters. It basically just depends on can my opponent top deck or not. Do I attack with the sharpshooters? I guess so. They fog. Okay. They didn't fog? I don't know what's going on, but I'll take it. What? Oh. Alright. Sure. Bring in the relics. Bring in the mold shamblers. We're gonna cut the asp and Fangren. I kind of like having a little bit of reach just as a way to like block mold drifters. So we can just maybe just get rid of the Fangren Marauders. Because I don't really care that much about gaining life. And these come down turn 5 and attack harder. Sure. I'm okay with that. Yeah, these are the hands. I think. Wait. So I have double Ancient Stirrings. Yeah, that seems okay. We're gonna hit Tron like pretty quickly. We have 2 forests, so we can cast our mold shamblers. I'm okay with this. And if Ancient Stirrings isn't hitting Tron pieces, it's hitting card draw or other things. My opponent mulliganed to 6, and they just passed their turn. What is going on over there? I actually have no idea. I swear I didn't tell this opponent to do anything. They just skipped their turn after conceding a very winnable game. But, okay. I'm not complaining. Self-Assembler is still the worst possible draw, because we already had 1. Haunted Fengraf, not that great, but we got a lot of Ancient Stirrings. Okay, Chromatic Star. Don't really care about the rest. Then we can go Forest into another Ancient Stirrings. Urza's Mine versus a Relic. So getting down an early Relic is pretty useful, but hitting Tron seems better. I don't think that's even a question. Next turn I can go Mine, Ancient Stirrings plus Chromatic Star, or if I draw like a Prophetic Prism. Wow, opponent's very far away from Tron, that's good. Beautiful. So let's Stirrings for another Tron piece. There's the tower. No! Oh god. I thought I had the power. Okay, well, we're both making mistakes. That's bad. That's really bad. I should have a power plant. That was... There might still be justice in the world, but that was not a good play. Makes up for my opponent's play, though. Yeah, I regret everything. Alright, let's play the Chromatic Sphere. That was really, really bad. Crack it for green. Play the Chromatic Star. Crack it for green. Okay, I don't mind Relic, but they can hit it with Prohibit, but not Condescend. So I'm going to play the tower here, and then cast Relic. That was so bad, but it's okay, we can just start hard casting self-assemblers. We should be double casting self-assemblers. This is a weird game. Both people just doing weird stuff. My opponent not cracking Expedition map. I don't know what's going on. Alright, there's justice in the world. So I can go double self-assembler here. Grab another. Or I can just go self-assembler Aurochs Herd. That seems better. Aurochs Herd has trample and things like that. Go ahead. And we can keep them off of their graveyard pretty well with this Relic. Just activating it every turn. So they're going to hit Tron next turn. So I cost myself a turn, but they cost themselves a turn. So this game is like almost as it should have been in the beginning. As weird as that is. Okay. Ooh, Mold Shambler. That's gross. Okay, let's attack. Mold Shambler is just going to win the game. I just kill their tower, and then what do? Chump blocking with Seagate. Okay. Ephemerate. Sure. But now you don't get to crack your Expedition map. I don't know what's going on over there, but it is what it is. I've also made some misplays. Let's go Forest, Mold Shambler with Kicker. Oh, I want to tap different lands. These two and these two. Let's kill the tower. That represents the most mana, like later on. And then I can Relic, you exile a card. and then play another Aurochs Herd. Yeah, this is pretty good. So they rebound Ephemerate, but they can't even cast any of their like graveyard stuff. Plus, I believe these attack for 5. So I'm representing lethal so they can just chump block and then start fogging. But after this, they have to fog every single turn. I still can't get over how weird this game is. But Ancient Grudge, my relic. Okay, that is something. I don't have any mana up, but I have a lot more relics in the deck. And sure, another Prism. So let's attack. They're not even hitting Tron next turn. I think they're just dead, like very many different ways. How much mana do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So I can Prophetic Prism and then Aurochs Herd and Self-Assembler. Chromatic Star. I really want to hit a Relic of Progenitus, so I think I do crack this. Because I have like very much lethal. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, so I can play double Self-Assembler if this doesn't work. That's fine. Crack this for green. There's the Relic. Perfect. That's just game over. That eats their Ephemerate. And then I can do this for an Aurochs Herd. And then I keep up mana for the Relic just in case something goes weird. Alright, yeah, that's game. Pass turn. Opponent is Ephemerating Seagate Oracle. Sure. Not too worried about that one. I guess Circle of Protection green would be kind of interesting, but I think they're just dead. No. If they have a fog, they can cast it. Man, can I draw a Mold Shambler, please? That would be so backbreaking. I did not, but yeah, they can cast a fog, but then I can hit both the fog and their Ephemerate. Alright, this game's not just over. Let's make you exile. And then we can... How many Self-Assemblers do I have? 1? I guess let's play some Aurochs. Might as well. This card hits hard. I don't know. I should have counted the mana. I don't think it matters too much. No, I didn't even have enough mana to do it all. Let's actually play the Sharpshooters. That way we can like block and stuff. Go ahead. So Ephemerate comes down. I believe my opponent has Tron, but maybe not. Okay, so they definitely have Tron. Sure. I lost 1 relic. But if they cast anything, sure, Prism's fine. Okay, so I don't need to use Relic here because they're just going to play the Stonehorn. Yeah. Drawing Self-Assembler would be good. Drawing another Relic would be good. There's a lot of, or not Self-Assembler, Mold Shambler. Drawing Self-Assembler would be the worst possible draw. So let's not do that. Expedition Map is fine. We can go Self-Assembler. We can use Expedition Map to thin the deck, I guess. Into Self-Assembler. None of this matters. They're like very, very lethal here. I'm gonna say yes just in case they like see if I said yes versus doing anything. We can play Expedition Map, and again I'm going to keep Expedition Map just so I can... Wait, that doesn't make any sense. They're just dead, right? Like, let's make them exile a card. Yeah, we're just gonna thin our deck now. I'm just gonna get a mine. It doesn't really matter. So we pass our combat. And I kind of want to just keep eating their graveyard. I don't want to crack this relic too early. But obviously if they go for like a ghostly flicker loop, I have to crack it. But ephemerate loop is slow enough. Okay, well, I have to eat that in response to a mnemonic wall. And Muldrifter can't attack into the Bitterbow Sharpshooters, which I like. Sure. So now this relic is actually going to start exiling relevant cards. Sure. Okay, we have 3 of each now. You exile a card. Ephemerate's gone. I like that. So I skip my thing. I'm gonna keep these cards in hand to play around Dinrova Horror, like bouncing my relic or something. I don't need to play them. I have lethal like so many different ways. Oh, that's cool. Okay. I will block. I guess that is an example of where Nessie and Asp would have just been way better. So they play another Dignitary. Oh, they're going deep. I'll take 6. That's fine. So here's the deal. If they have a fog in hand... Wait. How many combat steps have I skipped? I need to go back to the game log here. I need to play fast so I can time them out, but... They played Power Plant. They Ghostly Flickered. Then they cast Muldrifter. Okay. So I get a combat this turn, so I can exile Relic, and if they don't have Moment's Peace, then I just win. I'm gonna do that. Oh wait, not the main phase. We're gonna go to end step. Yeah, now they need to cast a spell to actually get there. So let's move to combat. Well, they don't have Ephemerate. Let's we attack like this, keep one back, because why not? They do have Moment's Peace or Ghostly Flicker. No, Ghostly Flicker doesn't do it. It has to be Moment's Peace. Yeah. Well, now I kind of wish I had Fangren Marauder in my deck, because we're just going to die to this Muldrifter. Alright, let's go Prism. Yeah, I need to play fast for game 3. Relic, that's beautiful. Alright, let's cast a Relic. Exile Moment's Peace. Play Power Plant, pass turn. And I think at this point I'm going to chump block the Muldrifter, because I can get it back off Haunted Fengraf. And like, this 4/4 doesn't matter, so... So we've gotten rid of 1 Ghostly Flicker, 1 Ephemerate, 2 Moment's Peace. Not a bad start. Casting Muldrifter. Maybe I think I'm going to switch the Sharpshooter for the Nessian Asp, because that can block everything. They're playing another Dignitary. Yeah. This is getting rough. I should have like a torch in my sideboard or something. I like Mold Shambler. That one's nice. Let's kill their tower, because I already killed 1, so the odds of them having more are lower. Can exile their tower. Play the Sharpshooters. Killing tower doesn't matter too much, but it really limits their mana. Okay, they have another tower. Sure. And I still have 1 more Relic in the deck. I will take 6. You have another Dignitary. Okay. I think I definitely should have a Caravax Torch in my deck. I could have won this game easily. That would be a great change to the sideboard. Alright, exile a card. Pass turn. Again, keeping these in hand for Denrova Horror. I'm probably just going to die to this Muldrifter, so we're going to switch these for Nessian Asps. Because just having 1 Nessian Asp in play would prevent all of this. Slowly figuring out the matchup, so when you're building this deck for the future, bring in 1 Caravax Torch in the sideboard and have Nessian Asps instead of Sharpshooters, specifically because of Cave of Temptation. Okay, I'm going to trade here. Take 6, go down to 2. So if they have Fog or something, I'm just dead. So there's no point in playing around it because they can just attack. Well, there is a point in playing around it. Sure, I'll keep back these 4. Because each of these attack for 7, so it's a very lethal attack if they don't Fog. Yep, Moment's Peace. This is brutal, man. I understand the plight. Yep, no damage. So I actually have to crack Relic to try and find a blocker now, which is not a good position to be in. Mold Shambler. That does not do it. So we just die in the air. Alright, moving on. That was a brutal game. I thought it was unlosable, but turns out it was not. So Sharpshooter out, Nessian Asp in. We're on the play. We're on the play. That seems great. Let's do it. So I'm gonna go first. I have to play quick because they can time out. I could have made them kill us, but that would have not worked so well. Mulligan this one. We need Tron lands. Keep this one. This one's nice. What do I get rid of? Maybe the Asp? Yeah. Let's go turn 1, mine Relic. Or no, Expedition map. Fast turn. So we get a Tron turn 3 into Self-Assembler, which is pretty good. But they do have a lot of fogs. Tower, go. Power plant into map is a strong start. We're going to get, okay, I need to get power plant here. There we go. So they're gonna hit Tron somewhat quickly. There's power plant. So let's do that. Let's play Self-Assembler, getting more Self-Assemblers. Then we're going to play a Relic and an Expedition map. Go. And let's just draw a Mold Shambler, please. Alright, so they have Tron, there's Seagate, Oracle. Yeah, if I just had one burn spell in my deck, this would be... I don't think they have any counter spells left in their deck, so this would be super easy. Chromatic Star, that one's kind of good. Play another Self-Assembler. Oh, yeah, let's play Self-Assembler. Get another one. I think I'm going to crack this for a tower, but I'm not going to play it this turn because I want to play the forest. I guess there's no point in not playing the tower here. Play Chromatic Star. I'm not going to crack it because that makes Mold Shambler a live draw. Hit for 4, pass turn. And I need to play fast again. I have to keep reminding myself that this game might definitely come down to decking or time, especially with me having Nessie and Asp in my deck. So from this point forward, my opponent basically has to fog every single turn, I believe. And that better not be a Prophetic Prism. That makes things hard. Mold Shambler. Mold Shambler. Into another Seagate. Sure. Oh, wait. I definitely want to activate this Relic, exiling the map. Exile that. Then I have 6. Okay, let's attack. And I'm going to crack this for green. Am I 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12? Yeah. Crack this one for green. Just because Mold Shambler is such a good draw. Yeah, there we go. Cast with Kicker. We're going to kill the tower. And play another Self-Assembler. Get another one. Exile your tower. Not that it matters, but that way I can F6. It's all about the F6 equity. Opponent's down to 9 life. They have very... No! How are you supposed to know which one to kill? That's the real question. Maybe there is some method, like they're going to want to search up towers with Seagate Oracles, so killing the other lands actually knocks them off of more mana. That's probably true. God, if any of these Mold Shamblers was just one Torch or Rolling Thunder, we could kill them. So that's just bad sideboarding. Ancient Stirrings. Let's cast that, I guess. Sure, I'll grab a Mine. I don't really need that much mana. Play Self-Assembler. No. Play the Mine that I drew. Cast Chromatic Sphere. Again, saving it for the second green for a potential future Mold Shambler. So they have a Stonehorn Dignitary. I don't actually have lethal. That's the awkward part. I mean, they would have to like triple... They would have to chump, block, and then they take 8 and fall to 1. Yeah, there's Dinrova Horror. Sure. What do you target? Okay, that's fine. We'll discard the power plant. But now they don't even have to... Yeah, we might actually lose here. Yep, map is fine. Haunted Femgraph is actually kind of funny. So I can sacrifice my Mold Shambler. I kind of like doing that. Unless they fog. Got it. So I'm going to crack Chromatic Sphere here for green. Forest is... It's fine. Play Relic. You exile a card. I think I'm going to lose this game. Play Haunted Femgraph. Go. Yeah. Dinrova Horror is one heck of a card. It's a Mold Drifter. Okay, never mind. They have mana. Then they play another Dignitary. Yeah. Yeah, this is the lock. This is pretty brutal. I like the no attacks though. That's kind of good. We need like the Nessie and Asp now. That was kind of good too. Let's play the Herd. Get more Aurochs. Forest. Get more Aurochs. So we skip our combat. We just pass turn. No point in really making them exile from their graveyard. And they have 2 of each Tron land, so future Mold Shamblers aren't even that good. Yep. Oh, duly noted. If these were just all torches too. Remote Isle. Okay, that's gotta be blue-green maybe? They attack for 2. I'll do it. So I can 2, 3, 4, 5. I can force them to fog here. if I crack this now. I also haven't seen a single mnemonic wall. I think I cracked this now. That was good. Drew a second relic. Let's go ahead and swing out. So they fog, we exile the fog. This is quite the grind, that's for sure. Play relic. Oh, they do have a counter spell. Oh, they don't. Okay. All right. Oh, I see. That's pretty clever. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we got this. Play the Aurochs. Sure. Aurochs. No. It's a lot of moments peace. That is for sure. Take 2. Sure. Okay. Ancient Grudge, my relic. Alright, well. We're gonna do this, and then I think I just die to, like, Dinrova horror stuffs. Or not. Okay. I don't hate that. They have 1 Grudge in the graveyard. Nessian Asp. That's the card we need. Alright, we gotta play super quick here. Play you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I can play this Prism and still activate Monstrosity. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's 8. Seems good. So I skip my combat, but they can't attack me now because the Asp is a big boy. Yep. It's gonna come down to time. Yep. Alright, in response to that, we're gonna Monstrous. And then F6. That is a strange attacks. Very strange. I'll block. Go explore. Mold Shambler. That doesn't do a whole lot, but we might as well. I can kill a Prophetic Prism, sure. And I think I'm skipping my turn, yeah, okay. Now we have 6 through their turn. We gotta play very quick. I don't know why did they sacrifice their Dignitary Dinrova Horror? Oh, Pulse of Marasa, right. Well, I don't really care about them fogging. I'm just gonna F6. They can't kill me right now. I just have to keep track of when they're gonna fog. Explore. 6. This is gonna come down to an F6 battle or something, I swear. Chromatic Star, sure. Teachings for Ghostly Flicker. The thing is the Dinrova Horror is dead. Ephemerate. Sure. They ephemerate a Dignitary, but we're never attacking. I can accept that. Stirrings for a Relic? No, but we got a Prism. Oh, it's so slow. There's a Relic. Okay, Relic gives us pretty good insurance here. They can grudge it, but we can at least exile their stuff. Yeah. Exile all cards. Flashback Teachings. Alright, I'm gonna F6. You got it. There's your Ghostly Flicker, but one of your Dinrova Horrors is dead at least. I have no effect, so we can F6. They have a minute to win the game. Nessian Asp. Beautiful. Monstrous. When it's down to 50, go. Wait, why did I have a combat step? That was weird. They're down to 30 seconds. They can cast a bunch of Mole Drifters. They have 7 cards in hand, though. They could be setting something up. I need a Relic, I think. Chromatic Sphere. Crack for green. Prism. I'm just digging for Relic, basically. Sphere. Crack Sphere for green. Star. My god, I'm timing myself out here. I believe my opponent F6'd. Mold Shambler, sure. Kill another Prism. Just cut them off colored mana, I guess. Make them think about it, we'll attack with these Aurochs Herds. There's no way I actually get in for damage, but we might be able to win this off time. Because that forces them to fog. They don't have lethal, they're at 9 seconds left. 4 seconds. Cast Relic. Attack with these. I think they lose. I think I actually timed them out. Yeah! That's how you do it! Oh my god. Alright, well that is a lesson. Let's go to the deck here. That is a lesson in how not to beat Tron. So, what you want to do in this matchup, cut like maybe 2 Mold Shamblers from the sideboard, or even all of them. They didn't really do that much, and just put in Karavek's Torch. It looked like they sided out all their removal, or all their counter spells, so like we could just nug them for 20. Easy game. And we drew like all of our deck every game, so that seems like a better game plan. Like keep in the Fangren Marauders and the Relics and the Nessie Nasps, and then just go deep on Burn. I like that. Alright, see you guys next round. Alright, we're on the play against Zero the Cat. Let's do it. This hand. This hand is good against some matchups. We have 1 Tron piece, but it is really slow. I think we can do better. Like I said in the deck tech, we can mulligan pretty aggressively to try and hit Tron better. Like this hand is just night and day better than the other hand. I think I get rid of Explore. Yeah, that seems fine. We just don't have like too much time to mess around getting green mana. We're just gonna like turbo out some Aurochs Herds. And if we can draw a Tron land turn 2, that would be kind of dirty. I doubt we will, but one can hope. Alright, playing against Affinity as expected. Ancient Stirrings. That's fine. We can go Forest. Tutor up the... Let's see. I'm gonna play the Power Plant next turn. So there's 2 interesting like things you're fighting with when playing Tron. You want as many towers as you can because they tap for the most mana, but sometimes you want to get tower last because you have to use some of your untapped lands to play the tower. So here we got to map out our next couple turns. We're going to map this turn for a Tron land, and then we're not going to hit Tron. I actually maybe should have kept the Explore, huh? That would have been pretty good. Yeah, I think I'm just going to get a tower because we're just going to be able to map next turn, and it's not too big of a deal. Prophetic Prism, that's pretty good. Let's go Tower, Expedition map. So we're going to get the Power Plant, and then we're going to have 8 mana next turn, so we can go like Ancient Stirrings, Chromatic Star, Aurochs Herd, or something like that. Really got to hope, yeah, I was going to say, hope they don't play that guy. Atog's a problem for this deck, which is why we have 2 Circle of Protection red in the sideboard. Got our last piece. Power Plant. Always do a double check so you don't accidentally get the wrong land. That's never pleasant. Okay, Prism is fine. I really want to get a Fangren Marauder. Fangren? I always think it's Fangren, but it's not. So if I play Prism this turn, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can still play the Aurochs Herd. They can just Galvanic Blast us and kill us, but, you know, gotta hope for the best here. Expedition map. We can do that next turn, because I already played a land here. So let's play the big boys. Beautiful. I don't think the Atog lists are running Metallic Rebuke too much anymore. It seems like a lot of counterspells have kind of fallen out of favor lately. This might die. Yeah, it's dead. Oh, I'm dead. Okay. Am I just dead? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, fling. Yeah, they could just kill me. That happens. So, yeah, Fangren Marauder. If we knew we were against Tron, we would probably mulligan towards it, but that card is so good against Atog in particular because they can't... It's a 5/5, so Galvanic Blast doesn't kill it. So they would need 2 Galvanic Blasts to kill it. And if they go for this combo of sack everything to Atog and fling, everything they sacrifice, we gain 5 life. And everything they sacrifice effectively does 4 damage to us. So no matter what, it kind of like saves us from the combo. So we're dead here, but that's why we have a sideboard. We got Circle of Protection red. I don't really like Mold Shambler. We don't really need the Sharpshooters. Reach isn't too much of a concern here. Don't really care about watching the web, so I'm just gonna run it like this. Alright, we're gonna go first. Mine, Power Plant, Explore, and Marauder. I think I keep this. I'm 1 Tron piece away from the full Tron. I have Explore to like just play lands naturally, and then this card is like our insurance against just dying. Seems okay to me. Play the Sphere turn 1. I wouldn't mind seeing Circle Protection red either. Okay. Let's crack Sphere for green. Because we're going to play Explore if we don't draw anything, but maybe we draw like Ancient Stirrings or something. Okay, mine, Power Plant, Explore. Urza's mine, Chromatic Star. So next turn we can Stirrings and try and hit the tower. It's a little unfortunate we won't have green mana after that, so somewhat suspect. Yeah, that looks like an ATOG. Okay, well, I think we're probably just dead next turn if we don't hit Tron here. There's the tower. That was actually pretty good. So now they have to kill the Fangren Marauder if they want to do anything. A little awkward, we have to crack the star before casting him, but that's okay. Oh man, COP red. I think at this point I just Ancient Stirrings to try and hit a Prism now. Because this does like a lot of protection here. Prism, Chromatic Star, any of those really help. Prism's perfect. That sets us up like our next turns too. So let's go ahead and play Prism. Add white for COP red. And then I think I can just play Chromatic Sphere here. That sets up for like Fangren Marauder next turn. Because I can just COP red twice. Nah, we'll wait. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mana. That's fine. This is why this card's in the sideboard here. Also, this artwork is pretty sweet as well. This deck is basically the deck with all cool artworks from history. Alright, let's do this. I've actually never used Circle of Protection red. So we prevent the damage from ATOG. Can't really do anything else here. So I just take 2. Not too bad. Reinforcer I don't care about. Sweet. Ooh, map was a pretty good draw. So I can play the map. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I can play the map, hold up 2, then play Fangren Marauder, and then use that 2 mana to crack it right away to make sure I gain life. And then I can use the mana I get off the map to activate Circle of Protection red. And 23 life is a lot of life. Get the tower, play the tower, pass turn. So their hand needs to be double Galvanic Blast to kill this Marauder. We have another one, so we don't even care. And then they're Hellbent if that's the case. So a lot of things going our way. Oh wait, no, they can't even kill it with Galvanic Blast because we have COP red. That is so glorious. Here we go. Oh wait. The next time a red source of your choice will damage to you. Okay, so I actually cannot prevent that. Yeah, it's only to your face. They do actually have double Galvanic Blast, but that's fine. We basically gained 8 life. They can draw a card off star here. And then we take 6, but we're just going to play another Marauder, and that probably will just do it. They don't even attack with ATOG, saving us the trouble. I appreciate it. We can do the same play as last turn. Yeah, let's play the map first. Then play the Marauder. I think I might actually be getting a forest here. Crack the map. Gain 5. Forest means we have double green and like pretty reliable mana in the future. So I think I just do that. Play forest. Play Chromatic Sphere. Opponent's got 1 card in hand? Sure. And then I can just take over the game with Aurochs Herds. Ooh, Witching Well's good. They have to let us gain 5 life to sacrifice it, but that is something. Darksteel Citadel, no cards in hand. Sure, gain 5. This is so much life gain, so I'm going to... Oh. You're supposed to always say yes to that. I can't think of a single situation where I would not want to activate my Fangren Marauder, but maybe there is one I'm not aware of. So we're gonna crack this Chromatic Sphere for life. No! Oh, that sucks. It's fine, it's fine. Let's cast Aurochs Herd. Grab another one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I can play a second Aurochs Herd, but then I'm not protected against Fling? How scared am I of Fling? At this point, not really, because I also have Fangren Marauder. We can tap out of protection for 1 turn. Famous last words, but... Grab another, cast the star, pass turn. Yeah, so if they, like, somehow get double Galvanic Blast on Fangren Marauder and can ATOG us down from 32 life, sure. But otherwise, I don't think that's really a viable option for the opponent. Nice. Ooh, Explore's pretty good. I think I'm just going to double Aurochs here. They're Hellbent with no way to draw cards. Yeah, let's just double Aurochs. So I'm gonna use that just in case they're not paying attention. Did we tap out for you? No. I can Chromatic Star, I guess, just to make sure I gain some life here. Oh wow. Yeah, that's gonna be a lot of damage soon. We're at 37 life. Opponent can crack their Chromatic Star, but we're gaining 5. So, okay. I wanna always yes, always yield. That way we just gain 5 life, we don't have to worry about it. So, Teamer Battle Rage can do something, but honestly, I'm not that scared of it. Oh, wow. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So I can play 3 self-assemblers. I think I just attack with all of my Aurochs cards here. That makes them trade off, and then I just play all of my self-assemblers, because all of my Aurochs cards right now attack for 8. Like, that's... or I guess 7. That's a lot of damage. So their board is just gone. They take 1, 2, 3, 4. They take 9, 12 damage right now. Oh, I gained an absurd amount of life. All right, let's just close this game out here. Power plant, self-assembler. Get the last one. Go ahead, good sir. I'm at 62 life. All right. Game 3 it is. So, do I want to make any changes to the deck? I don't think so. I think COP Red is pretty nice against them. They could even side out the ATOGs, but then, like, if they're not combo killing us, we can just win the game. So I think I'm just good as is. Oh boy. So, this hand gives us the ever-present question of, do we keep a turn 1 power plant into Ancient Stirrings? I feel like we can just do better. Like, I would trade away quite a few of these cards for lands. So I'm gonna mulligan because we just have to be fast. And if we're not gonna be fast, we need Circle of Protection. Like, this hand is just better. We have 2 Urza's lands. We're gonna keep this. I like Nessie and Asp a lot. I guess I just get rid of Haunted Fengraf. It's like not that useful. Yeah, Nessie and Asp, 5 toughness, man. It blocks everything in their deck except for ATOG. It doesn't die to a single Galvanic Blast. In fact, oftentimes it will not die to double Galvanic Blast. And that's just kind of a game changer. Opponent did not mulligan, which I don't like. But they thought about it. Forest was not ideal. Let's go Mind into Sphere. So this would be a good hand to draw and explore, because then we could just like hit 5 lands naturally. Go from there. Prism, sure. I'd like to draw Prism. Or an Expedition map. Not a forest. Alright, let's crack Chromatic Sphere. For green. No! Oh, I messed up. I should have cracked it for white. Oh, I messed up. Oh, that's rough. Yeah, I should have cracked it for white, because I have forests I can play if I draw Explore. Okay. Alright. Well, the game got hard. We can just die next turn. Man, that would have been really good if we could put this down that turn. Because the only way they kill us quickly is like Circle Protection or ATOG combos. Otherwise, we're just gonna have Nessie and F to block all their dudes. Oh, that sucks. I totally could have... Alright, it's fine, it's fine. Hard to remember when you're playing mono green Tron that you need to sacrifice your Chromatic Spheres for non-green cards. This is a bit of a slow start from the opponent though. I don't mind that. There's the tower. So I guess I play this forest. That way if I draw a Tron piece, I can play the Asp. We just gotta hope for no ATOGs. This is a very slow start though. Ancient Stirrings. So they could have... I need to look at Metallic Rebuke, hang on. Okay, here's the deal. Metallic Rebuke counters a spell unless I pay 3. They could have 2 of them, but whatever. We need to resolve this Ancient Stirrings, like almost certainly, so I think I'm just going to play my land because I don't have anything to play post-Tron anyway. I just want to make sure I can resolve this through Metallic Rebuke. Now what do I want? I think I gotta take one of these chromatic things. Chromatic Star, because COP Red is just great. Like, my Asps block the Frogmite, and I have 2 of them. Self-Assembler is kind of gas as well, but it doesn't protect us against ATOG like Circle of Protection does. Okay. What could they have in hand? I honestly don't know what's going on. Let's cast this star. Is Metallic Rebuke even played? I think I wait. Although, yeah, let's just wait. They're not really pressuring us. No. If they have Rebuke, they can just counter Circle Protection red next turn anyway. And this way, if we draw a Tron land, then we can like start Nessie and Asp. Yeah, we're just gonna go for it. Play this. Please don't counter it. Okay. That'll do it. They might have a way to kill that, but I think opponent has some like enchantment hate. That's what I'm getting the feeling of. Okay. Weird. Well, gotta kill me this turn with Atog. I shouldn't have said anything. 1, 2. Oh, they didn't have it. Perfect. Okay, that's really good. So let's play Forest into Explore. Because I can play Nessie and Asp, but tapping out seems like just a bad idea. Alright, that's a lot of Asps. We're gonna hold up Circle Protection red. And if they have a way to kill it, then I think we just die. Which it felt like they had. Yeah. Yeah. Well, we didn't hit Tron by turn 6 anyway, which is also just bad. They can just kill us here, I think. That's unfortunate. Okay, so even if we had played the Asp, it wouldn't have mattered. That makes sense that they had that in their hand. Good games, opponent. That was a very close fight. We just didn't... Wow. So we would have drawn Ancient Stirrings, cast Ancient Stirrings, and still missed on our Tron setup. Sometimes that happens. Your deck is just a little bit slow. See you guys next round. All right, we were playing against La Marmite. I think that's how you say that. I don't really know French. This hand looks bad. Yeah, we're gonna mulligan. We're on the draw too. Like, we can go down pretty deep. Definitely gonna mulligan this one as well. It's just like double self-assembler is like a mulligan anyway, and this hand is great. Keep this. Get rid of 2 things. Probably an Ancient Stirrings and a Nessie and Asp. Yeah, we'll do that. And then we're just gonna like try and self-assemble our way to victory. Yeah, I like this deck. I like the fact that I can mulligan to 5 and still have a great shot at winning the game. The London Mulligan, I think, makes this deck really, really nice, like, in that regard. Against green. So this could be Elves or Stompy, we don't know. Power Plant was not a great draw. That's okay. Go. Self-assemblers are okay against Stompy. The 4 toughness is a little bit awkward against, like, some of the stuff they can do. And again, nobody's going to expect that I'm playing Green Tron, although maybe the Chromatic Star gives it away. This can be the Bloodthirsty guy, probably. Okay, so it's not Elves. It is, in fact, Stompy. And I think our deck is much better set up against Stompy than Elves. Let's go Ancient Stirrings. That's a lot of power plants, my guys. Alright. Expedition map can do it. It's, like, very slow, but that's fine. It also sucks I have to play the tower here, but it is what it is. I might just be dead in 2 turns. I don't even know if I can survive that long. So Elephant, Aura on the Scourge. Yeah, well, I kind of regret getting rid of the Asp. How was I supposed to know I was going to draw 3 power plants, though? Down to 10? There's the Asp. Right, if I can survive this turn, we need to get a mine. The sad thing is I can't even double spell. Like, I need to basically draw an Urza's Tower and not die, right? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If they play any pump spell, I'm dead. I'm not surviving this turn. This is a turn 4 kill. Maybe. Maybe not. I mean, even if I survive, what can I draw? Alright, that's enough for me. So, going into the old sideboard here. Watcher in the Web seems gas. Do I like Mold Shambler? Not really. What do I want to cut here? Sharpshooters are a little bit weak. I like the 5 toughness on Watcher in the Web. And then this might seem weird, but I'm going to cut 1 Aurochs Herd because I don't really want that many. Like, still drawing 1 is some pretty good value. Do I want the Sharpshooters? No, we'll run it. Oh, I could cut Explore. Actually, that seems kind of good. Especially because we're going to be mulliganing pretty hard to hit Tron. and explored. It's really good if we're trying to go big, but this matchup is more focused around playing like one big creature on turn 5 than it is around playing like a million creatures later on. If we survive until like turn 6, we should just win anyway. I could bring in Tranquility, but that doesn't seem that good. I'm gonna go first. So this is a mulligan, no Tron lands. This is also a mulligan. This is a keep. It's not the best hand, but it does have some pretty good value. Let's keep this, get rid of the Aurochs Herd, and I can't really in good faith get rid of this forest, so I gotta ditch the Chromatic Sphere? Is that correct? Is it too greedy going for Nessunasp? Like, I really need Self-Assembler to make this mulligan work, but I guess I just bottom this and hope to draw into more. That seems better. Because we still, again, we need to draw one of the other 2 Tron lands. Yep, turn 1 Quirion Ranger. There you go. That's a start, okay. And again, this is why we mulliganed. And Chromatic Sphere means, like, if we draw a Watcher in the Web, we can play that, but I think I'm just gonna go crazy with Self-Assemblers. Yep. Is this like the same hand? No, okay. Please don't be Vault Scourge, nice. Any hand that's less efficient is just better for me. So they can, we need the tower. They can Savage Swipe, but I feel like they would not have kept that in. So let's not do that. Let's go ahead and play Self-Assembler, get more. And then, because we have a forest, I'm going to already play this Chromatic Sphere and crack it for Ancient Stirrings. No! Why? Alright, there's an Expedition map. I don't want another Self-Assembler. Although next turn I can crack this and get some value that way. If they sideboarded to like try and beat the other Tron, then I feel pretty happy. They're down to 2 cards. This is definitely winnable. Take 5, sure. Alright, no more drawing Self-Assembler, please. I already mulliganed to 5. I can't afford to lose too many more cards in this exchange. We drew a Power Plant. So that is 9 mana. I think I'm okay just playing Forest. Let's Self-Assembler again, so now we don't have to worry about drawing them. And I'm actually going to Expedition map for the thing to get stuff back from the graveyard because we need a little help. And yeah, I don't have the tower. I guess there's no point in playing the Forest right now. Go. So I can go for the double block. Vines of Vastwood burns me pretty hard though. That I don't mind. They have 1 card. So if their last card is Vines of Vastwood, this goes really poorly. I can take 5 and just go down to 9 and then just play a bunch of Self-Assemblers. That seems better. I don't need to, there's no rush, right? I'm not dying immediately or anything. Let's map. So I already have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 mana. So I think I'm just gonna get Haunted Fengraf. And then double Self-Assembler. Again, just saying yes in case they're not paying attention to my hand size. I don't actually know if that does anything on MTGO, like can they see if I shuffled or not, I'm not sure. But now I have a lot of blockers. I can Ancient Stirrings for like a Prophetic Prism. When I trade off, I can get back a Self-Assembler and block. They have 1 card in hand. So this seems pretty solid. Okay, Ancient Stirrings. That was bad. Alright, I got a mine. Don't really care about that. I want to attack with a bunch of them, but then I'm vulnerable to like some stuff. So what if I attack with 1? Then I can still triple block Nettle Sentinel and play around Vines of Vastwood, because they'll have 9 and I'm gonna have 12 damage. The thing is, I want to be aggressive, but I guess the late game is still pretty good for me because of that Haunted Fengraf. Wow, they're flooding hard. Okay, they're at 16, so I can force some chump blocks. I need a Prism, man. Okay, there we go. Cast this Prism. Forest was a pretty rough draw. I guess I should have cracked map. I kind of want to attack with 2 now. Actually, what happens if I attack with 3? This is interesting, because if I attack with 3, right? Let's assume they have Vines of Vastwood in hand. I guess they can use it defensively to untap their Nettle Sentinel and block. Right, they like Vines of Vastwood with kick on Burning Tree Emissary. Ugh, this is rough, man. I want to make it so that they die next turn. This way I die to Savage Swipe. We're gonna attack with 2. And I'm gonna go Forest Expedition map. So now I think they might just be dead. Nest Invader. Okay, that gets untapped. And I think I just chump block with 1. No, they have so many blockers now. Whoa. Okay, that seems good to me. We're gonna crack map end of turn just to thin our deck. Got a lot of things we want to draw. Tower, sure. Nest and Asp, that'll play. That thing's just bigger than everything, right? Yeah, that's cool with me. Let's kind of want a monstrous like right now. Go. So I don't have any good attacks because they have a 5/5. But I have quite a few live draws. Fangren Marauder means I can like block pretty profitably. It's a lot of mana. I mean, we play it. I don't think I like attacking with the Asp because they just chump block with the Eldrazi spawn. And it's my best blocker by far. The later this game goes, the better it is for me. This is why I'm glad I kept in the Aurochs Herds. We're both flooding very hard. Again, I mulliganed to 5. They sent me a message. I mean, yeah, that is a lot of lands. 7 lands by turn 9. Alright, there we go. That's probably just going to seal the deal. So let's attack with the Asp, because I can actually get it back. No, we can just go wide. Actually, yeah, that seems better. Play the Herd. I think I can play 3 Aurochs Herds here, which is all that's in my deck. Get them. Give me the Aurochs. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I can still play. I can play all 3 this turn. That's amazing. Kind of awkward that I sided one out, but it is what it is. So they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blockers. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They drew another land. Holy cow. Now I feel a little bad. That's just kind of brutal. Okay, that's game. Let's swing with all these dudes. Each Aurochs attacks for 6 trample, so they have to like block a lot of it. Nesty Nest almost certainly gets blocked by the Eldrazi spawn, but we have a backup. I don't think they know how trample works. They're just dead. Okay. I don't think they know how trample works. That was weird. On the draw, I still am okay with this. Again, we won that on a mulligan to 5 because we were willing to aggressively mulligan. And our opponent did flood out, I will say. That was kind of unlucky, but I don't think there were very many spells in that situation that could have saved them. So, I don't feel so bad about it. Alright, here is a pretty okay hand. I think I can mulligan this though, because 2 self-assemblers is like we mulliganed anyway. And we can do better. Yeah. We can definitely do better. I think I just get rid of Ancient Stirrings. And I can Expedition map for a forest. That's a pretty good hand. Oh man. This is a very fun deck for me. I don't know if it's fun for the opponents, but it's like not as oppressive as like normal Tron. I kind of want to save this Expedition map crack. Like ideally I draw a forest or a Chromatic Star next turn or something. Like some way to cast the Marauder. That way I like don't have to use this to get green. Okay. So let's go ahead and play the Power Plant. And we're just gonna Expedition map for a forest because I can yeah. Untap it. Alright, they're gonna make the thing on the River Boa. I mean that's pretty powerful, right? That attacks into a lot of my stuff. And I'm taking 6. That is a fast clock. Kinda wish I had a fog. So actually, I don't have to crack the map here because I have 7 mana and self-assembly only costs 5, right? I don't think I want to play Fangren Marauder. Yeah, I'm going to wait to crack the map. There we go. Urza's Tower, self-assembler, get more. Okay, so I have a lot of self-assemblers. I want to maximize my Fangren Marauder. How do I do that? I can play Chromatic Star this turn. How much mana will I have next turn if I play a forest? I'll have 8 mana? That's not that much. I want to double spell, but I don't think I can. So we just pass. So Savage Swipe is the worst thing that could happen. Taking 5 here is not that bad. So that signals they don't have Savage Swipe. Pit Skull gets bigger, but I can just block it. Another Quirion Ranger. So I'm definitely cracking this. I think I'm just going to get a Forest. It just seemed like Tower lets me double spell 1 turn, but I'll be able to do that very soon anyway. So we go Forest. I guess I play the Chromatic Star first. Then I play the Marauders. And then I'm going to Ancient Stirrings. Watcher on the Web is great. Yes, I will gain some life. Ancient Stirrings. Chromatic Star. Go. So next turn I can play 2 Self-Assemblers, or more likely I'll play like a Watcher in the Web. Yeah, I'll take the 5. Oh, please don't regenerate. Yeah! That was a big mistake. Oh, that's gonna cost them the game, I believe. I don't think they realized they didn't regenerate. Oh, maybe they thought this just pumps no matter what. It only pumps creatures with power 2. Yeah, for those who are wondering how this all works, you cast the spell, and if you hit F2 after casting the spell, then your creature dies. So Watcher in the Web should just clean this one up. This opponent's quite salty, but I don't even think they would have like necessarily won the game. So I'm not gonna like, normally I would advocate like if it's a bug, scoop, but I don't think that lost them the game by any means. So I'm not gonna scoop. Like this card can just like hold down the fort. I'm about to play a bunch of Self-Assemblers. I'm not gonna attack this turn, but I will start attacking next turn. Opponent said GG, so I said GG. Game's not over. Right, they could like Savage Swipe, do something weird, who knows. Okay, let's Ancient Stirrings because I can double Self-Assembler. Prophetic Prism's great. Yeah, I don't really need another tower here. Power Plant, Self-Assembler. Yep, another. I kind of like the Bitterbow Sharpshooters here, because if they kill my reach creature and somehow, I don't know, do something. Like, I'm still not alive necessarily because this can hit for a lot of damage, so I really want to find a Nessian Asp. We're going to Chromatic Star for green. Expedition map, sure. The Sharpshooters. And I need to start attacking. I need to get them down. Let's attack with both of these. Because Watching the Web blocks everything. And if they have Pump, Skargan Pitskull can attack unblocked anyway, so we got to kill them before that happens. Alright, opponent rage scooped. They were still in a very winnable position, but we got the nice 4-1 right there, boys. That is pretty nice, and it was pretty decisive. The 1-2 was very, very close. Will they make everything in Arena someday? I'm gonna just tell them I won off the misclick. I don't think I did, necessarily. It made it way easier. Like, the game went from being like 60 to 70% of my opponent to being like 90% me, but it didn't straight up win them that game. Well, this deck was sweet. We lost to Zero the Cat. I forget who that was. I think that was Burn maybe, or Affinity, something like that. But this deck seems very, very promising. Like, let's go back to the deck. So in the follow-up, in the follow-up here, Mold Shambler did not do what I wanted it to do against Tron. So I would cut maybe just all of them and bring in like some Rolling Thunder, Carevex Torch type thing to just burn their face. Because it looked like they sided out all their counter spells and then you just 20 to the face game. Seems great. So I would do that. I would, what else would I change? Watch on the Web. I only got to play it one time, but it seemed good. Like Nessian Asp seemed like an all-star. I don't know. This seems like a real contender in the meta. So hope you enjoy it. Hope to see a lot of this deck. This seems more fun than like Flickertron to play against and play with. Just some big dudes. So see you guys next time.